Hello, friends, and welcome to The Architecture Enthusiast. The Winslow House, a Frank Lloyd Wright-designed house located at 515 Auvergne Place in River Forest, Illinois. A landmark building in Wright's career, the Winslow House, built in 1893-94, was his first major commission as an independent architect. While the design owes a tremendous debt to the earlier James Charnley House, Wright always considered the Winslow House extremely important to his career. Looking back on it in 1936, he described it as the first prairie house. The house's design is inspired by the works of Wright's mentor, Louis Sullivan, and anticipates Wright's mature Prairie School buildings of the next decade. Sheltered beneath a low-pitched roof with wide eaves, the home is symmetrical and horizontally divided into a stone section, a golden Roman brick section, and a terra cotta frieze of Sullivanesque ornament. In contrast to the calm, classical front elevation, the private rear of the house is a dynamic mass of irregularly sized geometric forms comprising a stair tower, chimney, conservatory, and second-floor sitting room. On the interior, the plan echoes that of Wright's own home, with an inglenook fireplace at the center, around which a library, entrance hall, living room, and dining room are arranged. Moving past Wright's hallmark concrete planters, visitors encounter a low porch, with a few steps leading up to the entry, centered on a wide, carved wood door, flanked by windows and surrounded by rectilinear bands of cream terracotta detailing. The arched porte cochere to the left of the house, with blooming cream terracotta in the pendentives, leads to the rear yard, where Wright abandons the rectilinear restraint of the front facade. A one-story hemicyclic conservatory with art-glass windows of weaving caning and a rising, rounded stair tower chimney occupy the east facade, a powerfully dynamic composition of curving masses that defies the tight edges and right angles of the front facade, calling to mind Henry Hobson Richardson's Glessner House, 1887. Entering through the main doors of the house, it becomes clear that Wright loosened the tight boundaries of the box in plan as well as in elevation. Opposite the entry, a carved wood arcade defines the cozy inglenook within the entry hall. Wide pocket doors allow the library, reception hall, and living room to function as a single flowing space, while varied figurative crown moldings differentiate the rooms. A few steps and a narrower, open doorway set the dining room and conservatory off from the main suite of public spaces, distinguishing the Winslow House from the more consciously unified Prairie School residences of the next decade. Wright also designed a stable at the rear of the site. In that structure, deep overhanging eaves and stucco wall planes suggest Wright's prairie-style vision 9 years before the Hurtley House marked the maturity of his approach. Client William Winslow owned an ornamental ironworking company and a small publishing company, Auvergne Press. A client of Adler and Sullivan, he offered Wright the commission because Adler and Sullivan were not interested in residential work at the time. Wright included the Winslow House in his 1910 Wasmuth portfolio, editing the images to retroactively emphasize the prairie-style aspects of the design. Subsequent owners of the Winslow House have made some minor changes to the property, enclosing and enlarging a rear porch and converting the stable into a garage. Wright's first major independent commission, the Winslow House, remains a private residence that embodies a transitional moment in Wright's career.